This is a $5 capture card that I bought off of Amazon, and today we'll be comparing it against this roughly $200 capture card. Was this a waste of $5, or did we find a cheap alternative to capturing your games? The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to answer the question, is it worth cheaping out and buying a really cheap capture card? Or is it worth saving up the money and getting a really good quality one? There's a lot of differences between these. As you can tell, with this one, there's only one HDMI output, meaning I'm not able to connect it to a monitor. I have to just look at it through the recording itself. Unlike this one, which has two. Which is good because not only can I capture it, I can also display it on my monitor. I'm able to see the screen as if it would just normally be connected to the monitor. I'm not able to do it with this one. But for some people, they just need a way to capture their game footage from their consoles, and this might be a really good, inexpensive way to do that. Anyways, let's go find out and compare these two. The first comparison that we're going to be doing is just going to be between basic use, YouTube, web browsing, and the first thing that I noticed was that the $5 capture card comes off as a bit lighter and maybe a bit more saturated as well. At this moment, I'm not noticing any stuttering or the resolution being messed up because it's being upscaled, so it's a good sign. When I get into this video, you can definitely tell that the background behind me is just a little bit more bright on the left. But to see the actual difference and to see if this is worth it, let's test out some games. The first game that we're going to be testing out is Fallout 4. And you can see here, this is from my Elgato HD 60S. This is my normal capture card that I use for all of my videos, so this is how you would normally see the footage, and it most accurately represents how the game looks for me as well. And as soon as I switch the capture card, you can tell that the difference is insane. Not only does the game look worse, there's no sound whatsoever. I tried going through the settings, looking it up online, looking through the user manual. There was no way whatsoever that I could figure out how to connect sound to this recording, which is something really important if you're considering buying a capture card. And this side-by-side comparison really helps show the difference between the lighting and honestly just how it looks. The right side looks way more smooth and it just looks overall better. Plus, there's audio. You can't really fight against that. Audio is really important when it comes to your games, especially when you're recording your games. The next game that we have up is Left 4 Dead 2, and for whatever reason, my Elgato doesn't have audio on this one, so this will be a more fair comparison. Overall, as you can tell, this is pretty smooth. You're able to see everything, and you're able to know what's going on. But comparing it to this honestly doesn't look that good. It looks like that I have the shaders turned down all the way to the lowest, and like I said, the lighting really affects this and makes this look kinda weird. And the side-by-side comparison honestly just proves that. It shows that the dark lighting does not do well on the cheap capture card, and it makes it look even more grainy. I have the same settings for both of these games, yet they look completely different from each other. That is just completely wild, honestly. And the last game that we're going to be testing is Gang Beasts. That's mostly because this game, with everyone running around and stuff, it's very easy for a capture card to not get a smooth 60 FPS on this. As usual, we're starting off with the Elgato HD 60S, which is the capture card that you all see in every one of my videos. Now, even though this is a different map, you can definitely tell that this capture card is not doing well at this game. This is not a smooth 60 FPS. Honestly, it might even be going under 30 for the recording. I know playing, this went perfectly fine, but just watching this back, this recording does not look good whatsoever. It looks like I'm watching a slideshow at some points. And with this comparison, you can tell that the left side is just not smooth whatsoever. It's choppy and it's not fluid motions compared to the right side where it looks completely fine. Like I'm playing the game and showing you guys what I'm seeing and, my real-time reactions. With the left side, it's way harder to do that because this capture card just does not have the ability to encode all of this. I can definitely notice a difference between the two capture cards, but that's honestly because I'm able to look at the raw footage, like completely widescreen. With how I'm doing the comparisons, you guys might not be able to tell that well, but I'll make sure that at least somewhere in this video, you guys can actually tell. Because, that's the whole point of this. But it's time to answer the question. Is it worth it to just cheap out and buy a $5 capture card? I personally think if you are really tight on money and you really want to get into content creation and you just have an Xbox or something, it honestly might be really well. I mean, if you're not able to record on your computer and you can only use it to capture other devices, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, some people don't have $200 to just spend on a capture card like that. I mean, I didn't spend $200 on mine. I spent about $60 on mine. I got it off Facebook Marketplace. It was one of the first purchases that I bought because I thought I was going to record off my Xbox, and I didn't even realize how useful it would be with all my computer stuff, and it's been like the most useful thing ever. But no, I don't think, unless it's like your first capture card and this is the first, like, it's going to be like your first videos on YouTube and stuff like that, or you're just trying to show your friends like some clips that you recorded and stuff, it honestly shouldn't be that bad. I think it's worth it, but anything other than that, if you're actually doing video creation like I am, once you're able to start getting a bit more money invested into it, I feel like a capture card is definitely something that you should put the money into. Same with like a camera or anything like that. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys this week. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to upload. I've been trying to deal with my neck and my back and all of that, and luckily it's getting a bit easier and I'm able to actually do more. And I'm really trying to. I took a lot of this time to pre-record a lot of stuff, and so I just need to sit down and take time to edit it, and that just agitates my neck and my back a bit. So I'm really trying to do the most I can for you guys. I know that YouTube should not come first and that my health does, but I really enjoy doing this and I really enjoy making videos for you guys. But like I said, that's all I have for this week. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next week.